Hello, welcome to another edition of IIABCal Voices. I'm your host, James Lott Jr., and we're talking to people who are in the insurance industry here in California and their partners. There's a new member to the association, so we want to spotlight them and you get to know them and what their products are. I get to talk to the CEO of Kamillio, and also he's the CEO of Insurego, Inc. They have a U.S. platform, the thing for insurance here, that they're a product that they're introducing to us. And we're going to talk to the CEO and founder of this, Morgan Girouard. How are you, Morgan?
I'm great, thank you. And yourself?
Good. My first question. I looked at your resume, and my first question I want to ask you is, what is one thing that you learned while working in the hospitality industry that you bring to this industry?
Wow, what a question. I guess it all comes down to customer service and client retention and client satisfaction. Positive reviews, repeat customers. Everything is so word of mouth. Especially the hospitality industry that I was working in was down in Indonesia.
Yes.
It was a very backpacker style holiday. And most people only learned about the destination that we were in through talking to other travelers and other hostels, in Bangkok, Thailand, or in Cambodia. And then they found out about the Gili Islands in Indonesia. And so, everything was word of mouth. It was all about taking care of your people. And I see this very much the same way, delivering better tech to the brokers, getting positive feedback from them. Broker community is so small, agency community, as you call it. It's all about word of mouth, right? So just making sure your customers are happy would be the number one, I think.
I always say that, I worked in the hospitality. I worked in food service and hotels and, and retail. And I always say everyone should work in the industry at least once in their lives, because you learn valuable lessons that you can take with you anywhere else. I always say
absolutely.
That.
Yeah, one of the neat things I learned running a hotel was, if somebody doesn't have a positive experience and they have the opportunity to gripe that to you right there on the spot, they're far less likely to go online and make their gripe there. It's just better to get it out of the way, hear it if it comes. It always inevitably comes, no matter how hard you work. And really just taking it with a smile and being understanding. It really goes a long way. When people feel like they've been heard, their temperature goes down. They're not as worked up as they were before, and they don't feel like they have a need to get retribution against you online.
That's very true. So you founded Insurego, Inc. How many years ago?
It's 2018. So it's been a couple of years now.
Now wait a minute. So you started this. Okay, so it's so funny as 2018, 2019, nice, relatively regular years, and then we hit 2020 and 21.
Right.
So because you're starting a new business, new venture. How's it been the last 4 years for you?
Well, we actually had to make a pivot due to COVID. Originally, we were building all of our technology as a competitive advantage, as an in-house technology product. So we launched a digital brokerage. We were expanding very rapidly. We had really just amazing sales, and we were moving towards a Series A. In fact, we had already signed up all the investors. We had all the subscription agreements drawn up, and it was literally supposed to close, I think it was March 25th, 2020. And the stock market was literally crashing before our eyes. And most of the investors that were signed up for the Series A, well, a lot of them were friends and family. And essentially the feedback was, I would love to, but I just can't right now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with the world. I'm not a millionaire here. I need this money. It's important for my family. And a lot of them were entrepreneurs themselves. And it was, they needed this cash to save their own business is what it came down to. And, we really nearly crumbled at that point in time. But it's one of those everything happens for a reason sort of thing, because we made the commitment to sell off our brokerage, our book of business. We used that capital to continue to develop our platform. And now, for us, the tech business is just a lot more fun. We love the agents. I grew up in an agency, literally. My parents, my brothers, they all sold insurance literally out of our house. We had half the garage converted into a meeting space. Like, we literally come from a family family insurance agency. But the technology of it all is so much fun. Is what I liked about the hotel business, is being able to create something from nothing and make it awesome and make people love it. And we love what we do in terms of building the tech. So it happened for a reason, but we also recovered. We raised new funding as the markets recovered. And now we're really excited to launch into the US with a very mature product, because every extra month it took to get the product to market as a result, we've had more time for beta testing and working out kinks and adding extra features. And, it's really a mature product that we're launching.
I'll say there's some things to COVID. I always say sometimes out of tragedy or hard times, beautiful things come out of it, and ways of doing business that come out of it that we don't expect. So like you said, that you had a chance to actually take your time, work kinks out, everything kind of all your ducks lined up, so to speak, in a row. So now
and the scale up of an insurance agency and all the red tape and the state by state regulations. That's why I say I'm really happy to be in the tech business. We don't have to worry about that. We just build the technology, we make it better, and then the brokers, worry about all the red tape.
Yes. Now, okay, well, that leads just a great segue into Kamillio, which is your U.S. insurance platform. Let's talk about that. What is that exactly?
So Kamillio, and you can see the logo behind me. Yes. This is our play on a chameleon. So like a chameleon, Kamillio can go onto any agency website. It can adopt their colors, their branding, their logos, their phone numbers, and the consumer doesn't know that it's any different. It looks exactly like the rest of the broker's website, and we don't take over an entire agency website. We don't do SEO, and we don't do the website construction. We just plug into the Get a Quote button. And when you click the Get a Quote button, you come to your instance of Kamillio, and customers can, they could quote home, auto, commercial lines. With the commercial lines getting very sophisticated lately with the partners that we've been rolling out with, we're quoting, binding, issuing directly inside the platform. But we're also more than that. We have some AMS capabilities, and we do renewal automation. So we can send out automated emails to the customer on renewal, get their updated information. For commercial, for example, have you changed the classification of your business? Have you started doing other things? Have you gone from drywalling to landscaping? What is your projected revenue for the next 12 months? How much has that changed? Have you hired any new employees? Have you bought any more tools? And it's great for the customer engagement. It's completely automated. Customer feels like they've been taken care of and somebody's looking at their insurance for them. For a broker, it saves them time. They don't have to actually conduct this effort of reaching out to the client and getting on the phone with them and properly updating a renewal and then going to market to get quotes. Our system automates this entire process, and we can, in fact, automate the remarket of the renewal, generating applications, sending bind requests by API. We have a very sophisticated platform.
And how safe is it for brokers and for customers, the platform?
It's built on the cloud. It's Microsoft Azure. We have multiple databases storing multiple pieces of information. So any breach in a database, you're not collecting enough information. It's fully compliant with the California data laws. We've obviously spent a lot of time on that. And, the benefit for us of hosting through the cloud with a company like Microsoft is, they're taking care of the bulk of that security. They're obviously in much better position to do it than your average tech startup out there. So it's a great platform, very secure. The brokers own their own data, and it is fully California compliant.
Very good, very good. And so then why did you guys join IIABCal? Obviously just use the product, but what made you decide to come to this association?
Well, I love associations. Ever since I got into the insurance broker industry, I've been part of them. So I was formerly a director of the Ottawa Insurance Brokers Association, hometown. I was working with the YBC and the Insurance Brokers Association of Ontario. And I was fortunate enough, in 2011, I won the Young Broker of the Year award. They gave me a magazine cover and a trophy, and it was all lots of fun. And through that, I got invited to work with the Insurance Brokers Association of Canada I actually got to participate, on Parliament Hill, our version of Congress, of course, and lobbying, or they don't say lobbying, but talking about the Bank Act and the Insurance Act and insurance distribution, how it has to remain separate from the banks and the branches, and how that can, really crumble the industry of independent insurance agents by allowing the banks to sell insurance inside the branch. So that's something that the Insurance Brokers Association here in Canada has been super active on. Like I said, through my participation, I got invited to help with that. And so I've always recognized the insurance associations, what they bring to the table. We're united, we stand, divided, we fall kind of business, right? Lots of independent, family-owned businesses, brick and mortar shops. And so, we want to be part of that. We want to support them. We want to make our products available to them. We want them to know about our products. So, part of the reason for joining was opportunities like this. And we'd like to participate in the future in some of your in-person activities when that gets started again, in the different, as I understand, there's one in San Diego and Los Angeles. So we'd like to come. And I'd love to go to Hawaii too. So as this relationship deepens, we'd like to be a blue ribbon sponsor. We want to participate in the events.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, that's the thing about, I always talk about associations. If you want to you want education, you want advocacy, you want products, usually associations where to go because they have people who offer that within the association. I always think it's a great thing.
100%. And, agents also, especially in, your brick and mortar family shops, they don't have the ability oftentimes to focus on things other than insurance and just running their own business. So, learning about digitization, standardizing digitization from carrier to carrier to make it easier in the future, encouraging more platform integrations to make life easier on the agents. They don't have time to be going out there and doing all this. So having an association to do it on your behalf, I think, ensures the success for everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Awareness to the broker channel versus the direct-to-consumer channel, having that personalized service, having an expert who knows you, your family, all your risk, and making sure that it's taken care of. This is something you don't get from a 1-800 number and a 19-year-old in a call center, right? So, I think the Insurance Association and them getting that word out there on the whole, helps all the brokers. And of course, which brick and mortar shop has the marketing budget to compete with your massive direct to consumer insurers, right?
That's true.
So,
yeah. Have you always been, I would say, a go-getter? Have you always been a person who just likes to, looks at big picture and just goes for it?
I would say yes. Yeah. From a young age, but my dad was an entrepreneur, obviously my mom as well. They own their own insurance agency, and we were always encouraged to start our own businesses. I remember one time we were all playing Nintendo. I must have been about 8 years old, and my dad unplugging the TV and saying, "Guys, it snowed 2 feet last night. Take the snowblower, walk down the street, start getting $20 a driveway." And that was how we were raised. And I come from a family of 4 boys. We're all over 6 feet tall. We're all over 200 pounds. A very competitive environment. So we throughout our lives, we've been captains of football teams. We've been coaches of hockey teams. We participate in the community, and we always try to do best for everybody. And of course, that passion goes into our own business, and we are really trying to create something that's better than anything else that's out there. It's best for the agents, best platform in the industry. And it's that go-getter mentality that's allowed us to achieve these things.
I like that. Morgan Girouard, thank you for being on the show. And it was great talking to you and getting to know you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. And
great.
Tell people where they can find you and find your company and your products.
Yeah, so Kamillio.com is the website. You can register for a quote there, for a demo there. We'd be happy to give you an in-person demo. We are scheduling some webinars as we roll out with Insurance Brokers Association. So look forward to us. But Kamillio.com, Kamillio, Kamillio.com, and look us up, book a demo. We'd be happy to show it to you.
Yeah, Take a look, you guys. Everyone, I'm James Lott Jr. This is IIABCal Voices. We're here on every streaming service platform you can think of, from iHeartRadio to Spotify, Google, and Apple for the audio version. And if you want to look at our great faces and our beards, come to my channel, JLJ Media, which is on YouTube, and you can watch this episode and others. Please pass this episode on to anyone who you think may need to hear this, who has an insurance agency and wants a platform that they're talking about. Pass it on to them. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the comments, and I'll pass it on to him also, or to his team. We're all here together. We're one big insurance community, so we're all here together. And so thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.